Hello all, it's me again. I've been thinking about making this video again for a couple of weeks now. This time around I'm going to be talking about trauma bonds. What exactly is a trauma bond, you might ask? At its simplest definition, a trauma bond is a strong emotional attachment created between an abused person and the abuser. This may seem incredibly ass backwards, however the psychology behind a trauma or betrayal bond, as it's sometimes called, is quite complex. How is this bond created? According to Patrick Carnes, a trauma bond is the misuse of fear, excitement, sexual feelings, and sexual physiology to entangle another person. Trauma bonds are unlike any other bonds. They cannot be lost, and they make it extremely hard to enforce personal boundaries. Oftentimes, they come as a result of the mistaken belief that being treated badly is normal. The perp is often an excellent manipulator of your emotions, thoughts, and words. With words, especially turning them around on you, and somehow the other person's always at fault, and the perpetrator is always the victim. I don't get it, but whatever. You would think that the psychological abuse would be a cause enough to get out of the relationship, but unfortunately it's not that easy. When trauma occurs, in this case, rape or sexual assault, the survivor oftentimes feels the need to reach out or to even protect the perpetrator. The reason this happens is that when trauma occurs, it is more often than not processed halfway in our brains. Trauma, for a lack of a better word, becomes more or less stuck in the right hemisphere of our brain, which is more responsible for processing emotions. Our left hemisphere applies logic to our everyday experiences, and without our brains logically and emotionally processing the trauma, we feel out of control, fear, anxiety, anger, betrayal, etc. This is obviously not a pleasant state of mind to be in. So, our brains try and take matters into its own metaphorical hands. In an attempt to correct this crappy mental state, our brain decides that replaying the trauma or reaching out to the perpetrator is the best course of action. We reach out to the perp in an attempt to repeat the trauma, but this time with the goal of hurting or standing up for ourselves against the attacker, to regain control of both the situation and our own emotions. Since the survivor is in a state of trauma and not an irrational state of mind at all, they end up finding themselves in the exact same situation with the exact same results again. And the cycle repeats itself. I hope my ramblings make some sense. If you watch this and you still have questions, please feel free to give me a shout or a message on Facebook, whatever, and I will attempt to answer them. One last thing. If you happen to watch this and you have a suggestion about a topic or something that you would like to see, then please feel free to send me said topic, because it's not always easy. So, thanks for watching, guys.